She's, you know, a real torchbearer for women in the legal profession. A justice, a judge, no less. I called her the judgess. And a real fighter and a real pioneer of intellectual property rights, and something that she holds very dear, and she feels that, you know, perhaps us women, business women, should really be more educated, especially in the world of legal jargon and how to protect our intellectual property. So over to you, Justice.
Hi, a very good afternoon to all of you. I know exactly how you all feel. This is the way I feel when I sit in court post-lunch. And the lawyers are going on arguing in front of us.
How do you stay awake?
That's exactly what I'm saying. So, coming to the profession of law and women, I think 15 or 20 years ago, someone told me, some girl said, I want to do law, her parents would think she's mad. But in India, we've seen a complete change in the last 15 to 20 years. And slowly and steadily, the numbers are increasing. And in the lowermost tier of entry in judiciary, it's the consensus across the country amongst all judges that more than 50% of the judges who are now recruited are women.
Really? 50?
Yes.
It's 10 though now, right?
More than 50% in the entry level.
In the entry level.
So
very good.
By the time this goes upwards, I think it's going to change. So at the High Court and the Supreme Court level, Supreme Court has had only 6 women judges in our 65 years. 65 years of independence, 70 years of independence.
One every
and
10 years.
In the High Court, we just have about 10%. About out of the 600 judges, 60 are women judges. But I think this is going to change, and by the time GES 2027 happens, I think there would be more than 25% women in the higher judiciary.
In the High Courts. So, so
So
doubling of where we are.
But having said that, I think the most important statistic that I would like to place before all of you is that only 10% of the entire litigation filed in the country is filed by women. And I don't think that that's a very good number. Because I think, therefore, there's a need to create consciousness amongst women. Why should just 10% of the cases be filed by women? I'm sure there are more issues that affect women in a much larger way in the country. Though there are men who are manning the judiciary is very compassionate about women, their property rights, their right to abortion, divorce, matrimony, alimony, maintenance, custody. These are all cases where we've seen that the judiciary is very, very compassionate to women. I think, therefore, there is a greater need for women to know what their rights are, to know what their duties are, and then use the legal system. The legal system is very, very vibrant, and you will see a much, much more friendly, women-friendly judiciary as you access judiciary. So don't be afraid of approaching the court, whether it's a commercial dispute, whether it's your personal dispute, it doesn't matter. The second thing I want to say is about innovation. I think women are very, very creative people. We are creative by nature. We are born creative. When we rear our children, we are creative. When we bring up our families, the way we handle problems. So we create a lot, whether it's weaving, whether it's knitting, whether it's creating a brand, whether it's innovating. I think all of you as entrepreneurs need to know that whenever you create something, please protect it. Whether it's a trademark, if you design a garment, go file a design application. It just costs you 5,000 rupees. But the rights that it gives you are very high. If you want to file a patent, the government has started a huge movement of providing facilitators for small and medium enterprises. So these facilitators are subsidized by the government. So you only need to pay the official fee for the patent office. And the professional fee for the lawyer is paid by the government. So these are available, these schemes are available, whether it's individual inventors, individual creators, individual designers. All of you should make use of the intellectual property system. Let me give you just 2 more statistics before I close off on this. There are 200,000 trademarks filed every year in
200,000.
200,000. And 80% of them belong to Indian businesses. And patents is exactly the opposite. 50,000 patents filed every year, and 80% belong to foreign applicants. So it just proves that though we are innovative in our minds, we are not kind of cashing in on them. We need to file more patents, trademarks, designs, be more creative, spend a little bit of time understanding intellectual property, and it will go a long way in your business and in your entrepreneurial skills, because now IP is a capital asset in your balance sheet. You can encash it, you can get a loan on that. So if you have a good brand, you can actually get a loan based on your brand. That's what I want to say.
I wish